Welcome to another video and a very rare voiceover from home. I never get to do this. I'm usually working or my way to work and shit like that. So first attempt, as you probably saw in the beginning, it's 152.5 kilograms, and I'm just gonna talk a little bit. If you're following the channel and if you've been watching the videos in the past 1 to 2 months, I didn't really have time to prepare for this contest. Obviously, I prepared much better for the bench. Here, with 162.5 kilograms, they were telling me to just change my technique a little bit. They were like, bring the bar up a little bit because it was sinking in my belly too much. I don't rest the bar on my sternum. I'm not a very tall man, but my arms are long enough to where the bar lands on my sternum, and then as you can see here from like this half an angle, my elbows are flared out. And this is not a strong point for me. This is my weak point. Elbows tucked in has always been my strongest. I canceled the third attempt, and then I went back between that short break and I said, hey, can I add a third attempt, like a bit of a, like a YOLO. I knew I was not gonna get it, but I wanted to. I thought since I will be at home on Monday morning regretting this, I said I'm gonna try and do something I've never done, and this is a 385. Of course, I didn't make it, but this is a 385 pound bench, which I've never attempted before ever, only with a slingshot and stuff like that, right? But I was attempting to break my national record and the European record. Of course, I'm gonna get that in November, and that's a promise to myself. I know it's there. If I had another 2 to 3 weeks of preparation, I'll be able to do that. And speaking of lack of prep, in the deadlift, I only did 2 sessions from the middle of April, where my last contest was, and in this contest. This me pulling right here is generally the third time deadlifting in how long has it been? 2.5 months or so. Yes, it has been 2.5 months. Of course, it was pretty hot and I was not in shape, but considering the fact that I only pulled 205 kilograms or 452 pounds in these two sessions, I was pretty pleased that 240 kilograms or 530 went up. What I have to say is that they didn't give me the attempt, and I was very disappointed in that fact because it was a clean fucking deadlift, and you will see it right here. It may have been a very slow attempt. That's real time, by the way. Nothing is slowed down. I just almost passed out. I saw stars, and I turned around, and I was like red lighted, which I never understood. And here's the same deadlift that I believe I did that at like 50% speed. So bear with me here. The judge said the bar descended at some point, which never fucking happened. And then she said your knees didn't lock out, we just fucking witnessed. I don't know why they didn't give me that deadlift. This is the third or fourth time this is happening. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt for a couple of attempts. Maybe like 2 of them were fine, whatever. But these, 1 to 2 deadlifts, they literally just took away from me. And I'm gonna do my best and show up, and of course be at my as strong as I can for November. No excuses. I will be, fully prepped. But this was absolute bullshit, and I'll let them know in a couple of posts. I don't talk shit online. I really hate it. But there were a few complaints that this should have been given to me. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.